This is Jarrod Horak, and in this video I'm going to analyze the QE the Second Challenge Cup at Keeneland on Saturday, October 11th. And it goes as the 9th race, the Grade 1 $800,000 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup for 3-year-old fillies, a mile and an eighth on the turf course. And the scheduled post time is 5:16 p.m. Eastern Time. Now we're going to meet the 9-horse field. Lush Lips is number 1. She's 5-1 morning line. Brendan Walsh is the trainer. Tyler Geffley owns the rider. Walsh is sending out live runners at Keeneland. This horse has finished first or second in 7 of 9 lifetime starts, 3 career victories. Number 2, Laurelin. She's 5-2 morning line for trainer Graham Motion. Kendrick Carmouche is going to ride back. She's 5 for 5 lifetime. Number 3 in here is Simmering, coming in from overseas. And Luis Saez is going to ride. She was 3rd in a Group 3 race in France in her last start. Number 4, Daisy Flyer. She's a late runner for trainer Rusty Arnold, and she's 20-1 morning line. Florent Giroux is going to ride. She finished 11th at Kentucky Downs last time out. Number 5, Opulent Restraint. She could be the one to catch under Joel Rosario for trainer Chad Brown. And she's 4-1 morning line, and she finished 3rd behind Laurelin in the Saratoga Oaks last time out. Number 6 is Candy Quest, and she was 2nd in the Dueling Ground Oaks last time out for trainer Mark Cassie. She's 12-1 morning line with Jose Ortiz in the irons, and she likes to do her best running in the stretch. Number 7, Destino Doro. She was the beaten favorite in the Dueling Ground Oaks last time out. Irad Ortiz Jr. is going to ride for trainer Brad Cox, and she's 8-1 morning line. Number 8, Will Then for trainer Jonathan Thomas. Frankie Dettori is going to ride this 20-1 long shot, and she was 5th in the Del Mar Oaks last time out. That was in a mile and an eighth. And that was a Grade 1 race, and she was beaten a little less than 2 lengths. Number 9, Fionn. This one for trainer Brad Cox is 3-1 morning line with Flavian Pratt aboard. She's 6 for 8 lifetime. She won that Dueling Ground Oaks from off the pace last time out. And we're going to go last to first in this race with my contenders and the past performances in this video provided by today'sracingdigest.com. And you can get past performances for the Keeneland card at today'sracingdigest.com. if you need them for Saturday. And now we'll go last to first. And the horse that I picked to finish 9th is the 3 horse in here, and that is Simmering. Now she's 2 for 11 overall with 2 seconds and 3/3. She was really good as a 2-year-old filly. 6 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd place finish. But she's 0 for 5 with 2 show finishes this year. So she's struggling a bit this year. She was 3rd in a Group 3 race last time out. They were dropping her out of Group 1 races, and she ended up finishing 3rd in that 7-horse field. This is a tough spot to compete in. She did work at Keeneland. That was on October 4th on the turf course. She worked 5 furlongs in 101-1, best of 3. So she has that turf work at Keeneland, but she is going to have to elevate her game. The horse that I picked to finish 8th in here, that is the 8, Will Then. As I mentioned, she has a 20-1 long shot. She's a 3-time winner. And her wins, she had 2 stakes wins in the Grade 3 Jimmy Durante as a 2-year-old at Del Mar. That was November of 2024. And then she started her year this year with a victory in the China Doll. But since then, she's been 5th, then 3rd in the San Clemente, and then 5th again in that Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks last time out. So she will have to elevate her game. The horse that I picked to finish 7th, that is the 4. And that is Daisy Flyer, and she's 20-1 morning line. And for this one, she didn't run well in the Dueling Ground Oaks last time out. But before that, in the Grade 3 Lake George, she was 7-1, and she rallied from 5th place to win that race by a neck. So that was a good effort. She earned a decent speed rating that day, but she's going to have to run at least as well as she did in the Lake George, and even better in this spot to defeat this field. There doesn't seem to be a ton of pace in here, and she will try to get involved late. The horse that I picked to finish 6th, that's the 6, Candy Quest, and this one is 12-1 morning line. And she ran well on the Dueling Ground Oaks. She rallied from 12th in that 12-horse field, and she had the lead in the stretch, but Fionn was able to come back on her and defeat her by a half length. She was clearly second best. The main problem here is the possible lack of pace in this race. It's going to be tough for her to go last to first in a deep field like this under Jose Ortiz. She did win the Grade 3 race at Woodbine at 1 mile on turf in July. And the horse that I picked to finish 5th, that is the 1, Lush Lips. Always liked this filly. And I think that she can work out at least a decent trip from the inside post in here. She doesn't have to come from from far back. She's versatile. She was setting the pace in races earlier this year. An optional claiming turf race, she went wire to wire in January. And then in the Florida Oaks, she set the pace. She missed by a half length. And then her last 3 starts, she's been coming from off the pace, back-to-back efforts under Flavien Prat in the Grade 2 Edgewood. She rallied to finish second behind Nitrogen. And then after that, the Tepin Stakes, she cut back to 1 mile, finished full run that day, won by more than 3 lengths. And then last time out, the Del Mar Oaks, she rallied to finish second, beating a half length. So we'll have to see what kind of running style that they're going to employ in here. Tyler Gaffalione, he's ridden her 3 times with a win and 2 runner-up finishes, and he did ride her in that Del Mar Oaks last time. And when Gaffalione was riding her earlier this year, she set the pace in back-to-back races. So from that inside post in a race without a ton of speed, we'll have to see if they maybe try to get aggressive and get out there early, or if they're going to try to save ground behind the speed. The horse that I picked to finish 4th, that's the 7, Destino Doro. And this one was in good form prior to that Dueling Ground Oaks, but that was at Kentucky Downs. That can be a tricky turf course to handle. They have the hills there. They're running up and down the hills. Difficult course for some horses, so you can kind of draw a line sometimes when they don't run well, and she just ran okay there. She was 6th, splitting a 12-horse field. But before that, she was 3 for 4. She was 3rd, just beaten ahead in the Jessamine Stakes last year. That was her only loss in her first 4 starts, and then she won the Pucker Up Stakes prior to disappointing in that race at Kentucky Downs last time out. So under her new rider, Irad Ortiz Jr., we'll see what they decide to do, because in that Pucker Up Stake, she was right up on the pace, and they weren't going slow. 47 and change, 110 and change. She was right there sitting in second, and she won that race easily by 3 lengths. Her other start, she rallied from off the pace, and maybe they want to try to get her at least a bit involved here in a race without a ton of speed. And my 3rd choice is the 9 of Fionn, and this one 6 for 8 lifetime with a 2nd and a 3rd, 3 straight victories in the Grade 3 Regret, Grade 1 Belmont Oaks, and the Grade 3 Dueling Grounds Oaks. So that was a good effort last time out, rallying from far back. She typically comes from well off the pace, and looking at her numbers, she's one that has some decent numbers. She got a 140 final time rating a few starts back, and then at Saratoga she got that 141, and then last time out she got a 132 final time rating. So if she can run anywhere near that 140 and 141, she should be right with this group at the end. It's just a question of if she can rally from far back if the pace isn't that fast. And she did earn a strong late pace rating last time out. That race wasn't that fast. They were going 48, 111 and change, but for Kentucky Downs, that wasn't super fast. It was just an average pace there, and she was able to rally from off the pace and win that one nicely. My 2nd choice in here, that's Opulent Restraint, and she could be the one to catch in here. And she's very consistent. She's been running well in her last 3 starts in the stakes ranks. The Memories of Silver, she missed by a neck after setting the pace. She set the pace in the Belmont Oaks. She missed by 3/4 of a length, finishing 3rd. Now, Fionn won that one. Nitrogen was 2nd. They were both next out stakes winners. And then in the Saratoga Oaks, Opulent Restraint didn't get the lead, and she ended up finishing 3rd. Laurelin defeated her there. That filly is in this event. So Opulent Restraint, looking at her form, I think if she can get out there and set the pace, she could be dangerous. And then looking at her overall numbers, her last 6 starts, she's improved her final time ratings each time out, going from a 99 to a 116 to a 117, then a 125, a 138, and a 140. So she's on the rise, running faster. She got a nice fire number last time, a 92. That is speed throughout a race. And for this one, reconnecting with Joao Rosario, because Flavien Prat has rode her last time, but he decides to ride Fionn in here. So she will reconnect with Rosario, and she should be out there, possibly setting the pace. If she can get out there and control the pace, I think that's her best chance to win this event. I'm going to go with number 2, Laurelin, as my top choice. She was my top choice last time out, and she ran a quality race. She was running her record to 5 for 5 with that victory in the Saratoga Oaks, and she was going from 1 mile out to 1 mile and 3/16, and she finished full run that day, stalking the pace, winning by a length and 3/4 under Kendrick Carmouche. Now, Carmouche has ridden her 4 times, and she won all 4 of those races. So the distance here looks good. She has good race spacing. They gave her plenty of time from that August 9th race, and she's been preparing for this race at the Fair Hill Training Center, training well enough for this. Grand Motion seems to have her in a good spot here. Her number jumped up last time, and then looking at her overall numbers, her numbers are good. In 5 starts, she improved her numbers each time out, from a 114 to a 123, then a 126, a 132, finally a 147 final time rating last time out. Her fire numbers are improving as well. A couple 80s, then an 82, a 94, and a 97. Again, fire number is speed throughout a race. So she's looking solid in here. She's got tactical speed and an inner post. They can place her anywhere they want. If Lush Lips from the inside decides to go, and then possibly Opulent Restraint, maybe she'll be sitting in 3rd or 4th, saving ground. Either way, she's not going to be too far off the lead, and she's going to try to pounce in the stretch just like she did last time out. And if she does that, she can run her record to 6 for 6. And that's my look at the QE, the second Challenge Cup at Keeneland this year. And if you're interested in my full card analysis, I offer full cards at Santa Anita each day they run. I'm also going to be doing the Del Mar Fall Meet. Now, the Santa Anita Meet, they're running this week 4 days, October 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. And then they have 2 more weeks after that for the Santa Anita Meet, which ends on October 26th. And then the Del Mar Fall Meet starts on October 30th, runs through November 30th. I'm going to be covering both Breeders' Cup days on October 31st and November 1st as well. You can find my full cards at todaysracingdigest.com, on my handicappers page at that website, or at my website, therunawayhorse.com, on my shop page. And that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share these videos if you like them. Subscribe to my channel as well. It's free to subscribe. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.